You're now listening to Unfiltered with Mia, where filters fade and real connection begin. Each week, I sit down with inspiring guests, all share solo reflection for raw and honest conversation about growth, challenges, and the wins that shape us. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of Unfiltered with Mia. And obviously now in 2026, you must hear a lot of new me, new year. And I am actually with two founders of a community called Pledge Tao. And we're actually going to talk about what is Pledge Tao. It's not your typical fitness brand or fitness community. There's much more to it, and we'll unpack this in today's episode. So we're going to talk about this whole new me, new year as well. We're going to break some truth about it as well, because I don't believe in it, but we'll talk about it in details. Today I have Tunmise and Tom with me. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on board.
It's all right. It's a great opportunity.
Thank you. Right, let's dive into, obviously you guys are friends. So I am intrigued. I mean, I know a little bit, but I am intrigued to know, how did you guys meet? How did you guys become friends? Obviously, you're from the UK. What brought you to Dubai? Give me the whole backstory of before you started Pledge Tao.
All right. Okay. So, me and Ton actually know each other from college.
Okay.
So, what, 12 years ago is that?
Just over,
Yeah, just over 12 years ago. So,
getting old now.
I know, yeah. You can work out how old we are. But basically, so we met in college. We had some mutual friends, but we weren't in the exact same friendship group.
Okay.
And we've always followed each other on socials. And I wouldn't say we had a friendship before, is per se of like as we do now. But I moved to Dubai in February 2024.
Okay.
And Ton came out on holiday, I think in the May, was it?
May, yeah.
Yeah. So Ton came out on holiday with a couple of his mates in the May. We exchanged a couple of pleasantries, different stuff, because we've always followed each other on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he mentioned he's going for an interview, potentially moving here. And then I think he moved over, July?
End of July. 24.
End of July, and just dropped me a message like, I'm in Dubai, let's go and do something. So we ended up going to, was it Cargo?
Pier 7, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Cargo,
Pier 7.
You know that
Shout out
spot?
Cargo.
I know Cargo very well.
a little bit loud, but it was a nice Friday night. Obviously, he was late.
Yeah, he reminded me that I was late as well.
It reminded me he was late.
Nothing's changed since
I was early. But yeah, it was really nice in the sense of we just sat down, had a conversation, caught up, in the sense of it was 10 years of our life that we'd followed each other on socials. We kind of knew what each other had done, but didn't really know each other, but also understood like we had mutual friends, in the sense of me and the people we knew at college. Also the house parties we'd been to, we realized we'd probably been at the same house parties. We knew different people. And it was nice in the sense of, it was like talking to somebody who was myself, but in a different mirror.
Okay.
Which was nice. And, we got...
Just a shade darker.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker actually. So we got talking and we just realized kind of at that moment we're kind of the same person. And we went and did the rooftop workout, didn't we, on the Saturday at TK MMA.
Okay.
So it was before TK27 was there.
Okay.
So we went and did the workout in the morning on the Saturday. And yeah, we just found out we're kind of the same person. The only difference was probably is back then it was really hot and we both didn't want to admit it. So we went to BCH after, ended up sitting there sweating, trying to dab ourselves with a little towel and that.
Forcing it.
Yeah, forcing to enjoy ourselves because obviously, Dubai is hot. And then from there, it kind of just materialized naturally. Like we bounce off each other with the same kind of person. We have big ambitions, which we'll get into today. And yeah, like it moved more from being friends to kind of a brotherhood in the sense of we know each other and how we actually strive for the next thing, which has been really nice. But yeah, and then that brings us on to Tao really, and like building Pledge Tao, how we started it, the people who were there at the start, the struggles, different stuff like that. But we've always had that consistency, and it kind of really goes with the motto behind it. like we started it and we said we were never gonna kind of stop, if that makes sense. There's
Okay.
always gonna be pivotal moments. There's always gonna be ups and downs. You know, we'll get into what hybrid means for both of us. And yeah, I don't know if you want to add anything. Like,
Yeah, so obviously it's touched on how the friendship kind of started, but for me personally, what was different about our friendship to the ones I had at home in the UK, Manchester, where I'm from, is that we both share the same driven mindset. Like I have a lot of friendships whereby amazing guys, like love them, been friends for years, but we didn't have the exact same ambition. Whereas when I met Tom, it was there straight away. Whenever we spoke about things personal, it was always what I want to achieve as well within the next 5-10 years. So I feel like when you have a friendship like that, it's destined to be some sort of business, or you're destined to do something together project wise. And then that's essentially how Tao started. So initially we spoke about a few things initially before thinking about it be a fitness business or a fitness opportunity. But the initial idea, I think the name that you said was like a gape. Like was it a gape or something?
A gape, yeah.
Something along those lines anyway. I remember literally having the phone call in my apartment and then us speaking about how we're going to start something. And then we had another phone call the week after. And Tom, if you can see all these tattoos and stuff, he's quite into his Mandarin, traditional kind of Oriental theme things. Obviously, a lot of them have meaning behind them. So I think he'd done his research and then came up with Tao. Tao meaning journey / pathway in Mandarin. And for me, as soon as he said it, it resonated straight away. We both moved from the UK to Dubai. Whenever anyone moves to Dubai, they're on their own journey, they're on their own pathway. And I felt like that was a massive pivotal moment in my life. So the name has meaning to us both, which is why it stuck. And I think that's why a lot of people like the whole brand of it as well, because of what it actually means to all of us in Dubai, but in general, we're all on our own personal journeys. And then obviously the coin of pledge being a commitment to our journey. So that's essentially how the name got started. So then the initial session itself, fast forward to how the community started, was actually by chance. So he obviously mentioned that we did a session at TK, which is like a rooftop. I remember literally leaving my apartment that day and then we got a text saying that the session's been cancelled. So we got a notification. And obviously I'm already on the way. He's already on the way. A few of our other mates are already on the way there. So we were like, fuck it. We'll still go anyway. Get up there. And there's probably like about 15 people just stood there. And we just looked at each other like, should we just do this? Like, should we just take the session?
I love that.
A bit of naivety, a bit of cockiness, just confidence in general. Obviously, we know what we're doing. So we're like, okay, let's just do it anyway. So we took everyone around. We said, oh, look, we run a session called Pledge Tao. Never ran a session called Pledge Tao before. This is like, this is the initial thing that people are like, oh, yeah, Pledge Tao, whatever. Anyway, so we take everyone around the back on the rooftop side where TK is. And then we just take our first session. And there's about, 10 to 15 people there. Really enjoyed it. We had our own speaker. Everyone's bouncing off each other. And then we thought like, this is actually like the start of what we do. And then every single Sunday since that was end of December last year, we've ran our sessions across Dubai. So we've done our our group runs, our hybrid workouts, which are in Production City. And it's just been the consistency of it. It's just continued throughout the year. Obviously we've done other stuff which we'll touch, but that's kind of how the journey started. Obviously background, our friendship, but then how it kind of gravitated towards the actual build of the community itself.
Love that. That is so nice. What a journey.
Yeah.
So was fitness always a part of your lifestyle, or is it something that you just decided to add?
For me personally, yes. I've always done sports throughout school. I was working in London before I moved to Dubai, and we had a PT in the workplace. And that's kind of where my fitness ramped up a bit. But then when I got to Dubai, that was next level, mainly because of how everyone in Dubai is just into fitness. Like you're a product of your own environment. If everyone is training, I know you're into it yourself. If everyone around you is training, you're naturally going to gravitate with everyone else as well. So yeah, always been short, always been into training, but it picked up massively as soon as I got to Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Right. So you then decided to, how old is Pledge Tao? Or how young should I say?
So we actually bought the domain November 22nd.
Okay.
So I think we was sat in Tun's apartment, and so I work in tech as my primary job.
Okay.
For the past 9 years I've done that, and yeah, I was I think Tom was researching some stuff. We were just, you know, dabbling in different ideas. And obviously we'd come up with a name by then, different stuff like that. And yeah, we just bought the domain. And that was kind of, was that after the first session or just before?
Before that.
Yeah, so just before the first session. And yeah, we just bought the domain and was like, okay, at least we have something.
Yeah.
You know, something to start. Then we got the Instagram and different stuff like that. So yeah, it's probably just over a year old.
Okay.
And in that year, in reflection, we have done a lot, haven't we? There's been a lot of happenings. There's been a lot of behind the scenes. That's the main thing, which is probably difficult and challenging.
Yeah.
When building anything, it doesn't matter if it's a community-based thing, if it's, you know, a business, if it's tech, if it's always going to be hard. The behind the scenes is interesting, and that's what a lot of people don't see. And I think a lot of people would probably be grateful or interested to hear about it and kind of the tribulations that we've been through and the technologies we probably both have to learn.
Please, I'm all ears for you. Just
like so I'd probably say there's 3 pillars of Tao.
Okay.
So we have our fitness side, which, you know, hybrid fitness is very much kind of outrunning the runners, but outlifting lifters. It's kind of a bit of both.
Okay.
But it's not just kind of that side of fitness. It's also very inclusive to make sure that everybody can do what, you know, strive to be a better you, everything like that. We have the community side, which is very much social. We've noticed many times. I think we individually noticed it because I moved 6 months before Ton.
Okay.
And it's very lonely in Dubai sometimes. Like, I remember moving, I just remember sitting on my phone to my mum and dad, to my sister, to my friends back home. Just, you know, I'll be in San Carlo in Dubai Marina, just eating food and on the phone, because without your work environment, you're kind of a bit lost when you don't have anybody. And then when Ton moved, it was obviously really nice because then I had somebody to, you know, bounce off and build a relationship with. But it was nice in the sense of, well, we've noticed it's nice in the sense of to make sure that we have a community and you can build it, because we've had people from Norway, we've had people from all over the, you know, different corners of the globe come into different sessions. If they've been to one session, to been to many sessions, we've, you know, somebody moved back home to Norway, and it was a big loss, really, weren't it? Like it was like, you're moving, like we was like, oh my god, like you're leaving.
For me, that was kind of like the first time I realized how transient Dubai was,
Yeah.
because this guy was called Noah, really good guy. He was there from pretty much one of our first sessions, and I think it was probably like 2-3 months into starting Tao, that's when he moved back, and I was a bit like, what, you're leaving us? Yeah. It felt personal. You're leaving us like that. But obviously he'd been through his journey here, been here however many years, but it was just time for him to go. And that's when I kind of realized how much of a kind of stopping place it can be for a lot of people. It's not their complete journey. So that's another reason what pushes me to think this might not be forever. This might just be for a certain amount of years. So that's how I continue to think, okay, we need to build now. We need to build more, get more people involved. And it is interesting because, like he was saying, that Dubai can be a lonely place. For me, myself, the only time I really realized that was, I think it's probably like 2 weeks into being here. I remember being in the IFC near where I used to work, and I just finished my session where I was finished the gym and had nothing to do on this Sunday. And I was looking around, like sat outside the gym thinking, what am I doing here? Like, had no one to message. I think I'd maybe met up with Tom like once or twice. And I was literally like, what am I doing? Like, I'm literally so low. I've never been this low in my life. Weirdly, my manager at the time walked out of the shops with his newborn baby, which kind of like lifted my spirits up, had a nice conversation with him. But that's when I was like, okay, this place can be a bit funny. So I guess it just adds to why we kind of started things and why we made it one of the core pillars of what we're trying to achieve. Yeah.
And then the third one is we have clothing, which is hands down probably one of the most challenging things I've done in the sense of t-shirt design, had to learn that. I didn't know there was so many different types of cotton, so many different cuts, different materials. We also are like testing in the sense of we'll get a t-shirt tested. It's not good for the gym. It's great for everything else. It looks good, but maybe it's not good for the gym. And different stuff like that. Like that's probably been one of the most challenging things in the sense of testing, R&D, making sure you know exactly what you want. And probably a bad thing for us and a good thing for everybody else is we're a bit, I want to say, strict on the sense of how something fits, how something is functional. Because we don't want to buy anything as a consumer that isn't a good material. It's not going to last. It's not going to feel good. It's not going to fit well. It's not going to look good. So yeah, we've had a lot of kind of research and development and make sure we go through different stuff. And then on top of that, it comes all the challenges between finding suppliers, costing suppliers.
It's the vendors, man.
Yeah.
The vendors are the worst part of it.
Speaking to people in the other side of the world, and like, as an example, these jerseys we have on today.
I was going to say, I like them a lot.
Thank
I want
you.
one too.
Thank you. We'll get you one. It's okay. But these jerseys, we designed them, sent them off, everything like that came. We got really excited, opened the box. They used the wrong size guide.
Oh no.
So I don't know who put them on first. I think, was it you or me?
I put them on first, yeah.
It was a crop top.
You could see my belly button hanging out this t-shirt.
Do you have pictures?
We do. Probably some.
Would you mind if we put...
Yeah.
If we have a picture, we'll send it
Yes,
over.
please.
I think we've got video, actually.
Ooh,
I'll show you,
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
like you wouldn't be able to raise your arms in this as a guy. And it's stuff like that where you've waited potentially like a month and you've got pictures from suppliers, you're really excited and stuff like that. And then, yeah, it comes down to it and the crop tops are they're the wrong sizes or we've had so many different things like that, or like, as an example, women's wear.
Yeah.
We're not women. We can't try it on.
True.
It's the difficulties, but then every lady is a different size, different shape, which is always going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So, buying some of those and kind of giving them out just for testing purposes to make sure we can understand that is also been really, really difficult, and getting the feedback. So, and then we've noticed that certain women will be more like Pilates, yoga, functional fitness kind of on that side. And that's a totally different fit, which I didn't know than something who's like high rocks or something like that. So yeah, it's been a massive learning curve. That's what I'd probably say. But it's been a fundamental pillar in the sense of how we want to distribute Tao and being able to bring, it's called Taoism, which is that, that journey, that path into everyday wear and making yourself feel good and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a rocky ride, but it's been a year, and I'm speaking for myself. I've loved the past year. It's been great. Like there's been ups and downs. There's been, head in hands moments, but it's
so you say you like 2025?
I like 2025.
Really? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Many people didn't like 2025.
I didn't.
Really. I liked it.
Okay. Go on.
For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. There was some ups and downs, but yeah, it was good.
But I get what you mean. I think like when you think about it, like now, obviously where you guys have reached, if you didn't have those kind of ups and downs, you wouldn't be where you are today.
No,
you wouldn't be able to kind of reflect back and be like, right, that was a mistake, but I needed to do that mistake. Otherwise, you would continue doing the same thing over and over again. Like it's the same thing it can tackle in any areas of your life, whether that is fitness, personal, something that you grow in, for example. Even the podcast, my God, this podcast went through highs and lows, but we're still here and still, like obviously putting episode out there because when you believe into something so deeply, you're going to reach the outcome,
Yeah, exactly.
And I've been saying this to a couple of my friends around. I was like, it's fine. I want to be delusional about it because that's how much I believe into it. So obviously now you've talked about, apart from like building that, I want to know more about your behind the scenes, because a lot of people see a couple of reels and like, oh yeah, it's just a group of people that got together and understood the logistic of it. There's way more to it. There's obviously organization, there is what are we doing, there is a lot of communication between you both. I want to know how that works in terms of your friendship and brotherhood. Like how do you guys be like, right, we're doing this, are you okay with that? If you're not okay, how do we deal with that? It's a lot of challenges to tackle between you both let alone the community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it actually, funny enough, it started off with, you say us both, it started off with 3 of us.
Okay.
So it was a friendship between myself, Tom, and another guy, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
So still really good friends, but it got to the point where he had a lot of other ventures going on.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he had to part ways. So still really good friends, but it meant that from what started as a 3, the dynamic of us having our various responsibilities then got consolidated into the 2 of us.
Okay.
So obviously in some ways was difficult because we had to part ways. He had some good ideas and obviously a good drive and vision for what he wanted Tao to be as well. But then also good in the sense that it meant we could also focus on what we both wanted rather than there'd be so many ideas. So obviously it was unfortunate, but it meant that, obviously, like we said, we could consolidate things and move things forward as a 2, which in some ways is easier with an opinion of 2 people rather than 3. So in terms of obviously like our relationship, our friendship, it is difficult, obviously, because at the same time you have your business side and you have your friendship side. And obviously you want the business to go in a certain direction, but that's when it comes to just being a man about the situation and just discussing how you think would work best. So obviously there's been times where we never really had like a major disagreement or anything, but we may have a certain nuance in opinion. We'll discuss it and then come to a conclusion as to how we think we're going to move forward in the best way. So just moving forward like as men and just discussing how we think it'd be best for it.
And it's also, I think, understanding that obviously communication is a big part of it, and it's nothing personal. It's like you're both hungry for the same goal, you know? So, right. If I were to ask you, one of the challenges that no one knows about that you've been through doing or building the community, or like a fun fact or something that maybe not a lot of people know, I'm intrigued.
I've got a story, but
you got a story.
Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna say my one, and then you can say yours. So something that people don't know, or maybe it's a perception that we have maybe glossed over, is this is not our normal job. It's to be honest, it's not really. It's a passion more than anything. So like I touched on before, like I work in tech, Tom works in kind of FX and that side, and it's everybody thinks we do this full time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you don't do this. And I'm like, no, this is not our full-time thing. So that's always hard because it's a challenge in the sense of I work 12 till 9 as an example. I've still got stuff to do for Tao outside of that. Whereas some people think it's a full-time, so they're like, oh, why is it not just done? So it's putting those extra hours in, the extra time in, which is a little bit difficult, and it's fine that, you know, maybe some less sleep on a night, maybe get up some early mornings. So that's always difficult. And then other than that, I don't know if you're going to talk about the paddle story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the setup of the competition.
Yeah, that was difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, you talk about that.
Actually, I am intrigued about that because when he told me that it was with you guys I somehow knew about the paddle. It's a bit of a long story, but yeah. Anyway, go on.
So you'd heard of us before through someone else?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we obviously had a paddle tournament, like you mentioned. So it was a collaboration with another community, which we organised probably around 6 months ago or something. So the idea was it was a nutrition brand sponsored us, big American nutrition brand sponsored us to do this paddle tournament. We'd agreed with the community, we'd agreed with a couple of vendors, and then we'd agreed with the venue itself, which was the main thing, which is where we wanted to host it. Fine. So we now get to the venue for probably around 9-10 a.m. The event was supposed to start around 1-2. So we wanted to give ourselves enough time to obviously get everything set up.
Absolutely.
You know, we're organized people, although we might not look it, we like to have things in place on time for the people. Cool. So we get there at 10 and we start setting up the whole stands. We've asked this nutrition brand, like I said, to come down, bring all your vendors. So they bring a massive truck with probably around 15, 20 guys to start loading up the building, everything. So obviously this place is a shared space because it's a gym. So we've got kids who are still kind of doing their yoga or paddle competitions in the morning. So we wanted to get out their way and set our stuff up on the side. Cool. So we're probably around half an hour into setting up this thing. So this brand has a massive banner. They bring a fridge. They bring food, drinks, like we're doing the most here. We've got the works here. Like, it's looking good, and we're proud of ourselves. We're like, yes, bro,
Yeah,
we did this. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did this. Yeah, cool. So as soon as we start putting down the little like red carpet and banner for the nutrition brand, bear in mind, like I said to you, the fridge, everything else is all set up on the side. The manager of this venue comes out. I won't mention any names, but quite an eccentric woman. She comes out and starts going crazy to us. She can't believe it. She was like, what's all this doing here? We didn't agree this, we didn't agree that. And we're looking at each other like, do you want to speak to her or am I going to speak to her? Yeah. So this is going back and forth for probably like 5-10 minutes. This woman is going crazy in front of us vendors, in front of the brand. Yeah. Like, it's kind of embarrassing for us because this is our competition.
Of course.
So long story short, she threatens to pull the plug. She threatens to say, she goes on to say, oh, if you don't move all this stuff now, then we'll call off the whole thing. And we're panicking.
Bear in mind, we had paid for this.
Yeah.
As in, we had spoke about it, we'd paid for it. We'd actually even, I think we had a meeting about 2 weeks before with the people involved and the manager there. So in our eyes, we're like, why is this a problem? We understand, like, that's why we started setting up at the side. But at that point, we was like, have we missed something in communication? Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's a learning curve. We know what we would do next. But in the sense of, we was like, this is a bit wild. Yeah. And we've got what? How many people came to that?
Yeah, so there's just over 150.
Yeah, it
was a big competition, yeah. So, yeah. And like you said, obviously, we'd already paid for this. Like, it wasn't as if it hadn't been paid for it, but everything had been done, agreed before it. She's going crazy, basically threatening to pull the plug on it. And we're kind of thinking, like, what are we actually going to do here? So we basically had to come to the conclusion to remove everything that we just spent an hour and a half putting up, all the banners, fridge, food, load them back into the truck and wait for her to give us a green light to set up. So this all happened probably around an hour and a half before the actual competition was supposed to start. But we're more so thinking, how are we going to make sure we're all right and keep them sweet before people start arriving? And then this kind of looks embarrassing. Because like you said, well, we've got just over 150 people coming here now. Imagine we get there and they're like, oh yeah, sorry, the competition's not happening. So anyway, we smooth it over. We're quite smooth talkers anyway, if you probably can't tell already. So then we get the woman back on side and then we basically just start getting the vendors to come back out. And the funny thing is, as soon as the competition started and people were flowing, the DJ was blaring and everything, she came over to us, she was like, this is amazing. Started videoing the place. She said, when are you going to organize your next one? And we were thinking, yeah. But I think also that was kind of a testament to the work we've put in and obviously our friendship and how well we knew we'd be able to handle the situation, because we could have panicked. We could have been like, we could have argued back with her. We could have done the most, but we kept it cool and then we were able to get over it. But I think for us, that was kind of like looking around and we realized like, shit, we're actually doing something here. Like seeing all these people setting things up, like we've got this massive nutrition brand here. Like we've done something big here. So that was kind of like, for me personally, not about Tom, but it was kind of like the first pat on the back, like we're doing something big here. But yeah, that was probably the most difficult operational thing we had to get through.
I love that because like you said, and I love the fact that you guys brought that up. People see what they see on social media. No one actually sees the behind the scene. And I can relate so much. Obviously, last year I did my own event as well. And yeah, let's say it is something when you do it yourself. Yeah. But that feeling when you're done, it's just like, oh my God, I love it. I want more of that.
I think we were knackered when we finished.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things I would probably say is I'd definitely try and get some help next time.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, we did everything ourselves.
Yeah, we did everything from getting banners, putting everything up, making sure people were timing with people as well. Difficult. That's all I'm going to say.
Mainly because we are where we are.
Yeah.
Using his school teacher bag, telling everyone to get to the back of the queue.
I had an Excel spreadsheet. I was making sure. And then I had people as well. So one of the difficult things we found in that, what I definitely found is we had 42 teams who had to play against each other in kind of a knockout round until somebody would win. And it was all free, by the way. Okay. So we did everything for free.
Yeah.
We ended up paying an extra like 700 dirham just for like an extension of the course and different stuff like that. But we did it in the sense for the people, for the community, because it was really nice. But it was funny because I had, like Tom mentioned, we collaborated with another group.
Yeah.
So I had people coming up to me saying, "Oh yeah, my name's XYZ." And I'm like, I don't know who you
Who
are.
on earth are you?
Yeah, like I don't know who you are, what you look like. You could say anything. I also had people like, I always joke like I'm dyslexic, so some people were saying the name, and I was like, I don't know what name your name saying. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to spell that.
Could you
So-
look for your name?
Yeah, I'll just turn my laptop around and be like, which one's you? It was fun, but and then they were also like, oh, who am I with? So this was a difference in the community. So what we had done is we'd paired people up instantly because we knew them.
Okay.
So you either registered as a 2 or if you registered as a 1, you get paired up. Whereas in the other community, they'd kind of signed up individually and then wanted to be paired up. So I did the pairing, but I assumed as a mistake of my own that they knew each other.
They didn't.
They didn't. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, like as an example, like Charlene, go and find Jemima. And she's like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know. Like this is your community. So it was a challenge, but it was fun. Like by the end of the day, it was good. And we got a sick video out of it as well. So, and it was just good because we was able to say at the end, like have a breath and be like, okay, that was good. Like what's next? Let's do something again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough.
And it's funny because we're very self-critical about what we do, the sessions, the runs, the events. And every day we're literally just scrolling through the Instagram just to think like, where can we improve, like design-wise? Could we get more people to this session? Could we get more people to this event? But then sometimes it gets to the point where you think like, you should be proud of what we've done
100%.
in the year.
Absolutely.
Like none of us had a background in doing any of this sort of thing. And we'll speak to some people and think, fuck, you've done this in a year.
Yeah.
So that's when you kind of have to take a step back, kind of bird's eye view as to it's only been a year and we've done quite a lot. So it's exciting to think what else we could do in another, not even a year, another 6 months time. Like we've got some fun stuff planned for the next few months, which we're both excited for. And I think it's just going to be even further of an exciting journey.
Right. So let's dive right into it. Enough of challenges. Let's look at the optimistic part of things.
Okay.
Obviously, I am a hater of New Year, New Me.
Okay.
I don't like that because it's like, don't go and say New Year, New Me if you can't stay committed to what you're going to do. That's
True.
That's the only thing. New Year, New Me. It's not about, and I don't think it's like, for me personally, hear me out. It's not about being a new person. It's like, how can I be 1% better than I was potentially last year? If that is, I don't know, it could be anything. It could be, I want to make sure I'm consistent with running. I stopped running and this year I want to keep going and I want to make it a habit. So I will show up every single whatever day I set, even if it's 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, whatever that is, but I'm committed to it until end of the year. And I'm like, right, I did it. So I always see a new year to kind of better yourself, right? Now, obviously with your community, I am pretty sure now, I don't know if you guys have noticed the amount of people that are coming back in January. I was at the airport, I think a day or two. Damn, it was busy. So everyone's coming back. Everyone's excited into their new fitness journey or into their spirituality or their wellness. Great, love it. What is your take about it though? Because for me, it's like, as I said, I'm happy you guys are taking the action, but be consistent about it. I want to know your honest opinion about this whole new year, new me, or new whatever. Go on.
So my own personal opinion or in terms of our community? What do you
Give me both.
Both. Okay.
So let's first, I want to know your personal opinions individually. And then obviously when it comes down to the community.
So for me personally, I've had the same mindset as you for years. So obviously new year, new me, you'll see it. Obviously you being a gym goer, you know the waves the gym go through. December's kind of quiet. January the 1st comes, bam, every treadmill is packed to the brim. So that used to piss me off regardless. But then when I'm hearing it continuously, especially out here, because I know people are into fitness a bit more, it's kind of like, if you were going to do it, you would do it anyway.
Yeah.
So don't sell yourself the whole perception of I might do it come January and then for a month then you'll do it, and then you'll just fall off again.
Exactly.
So then that's kind of like that is what the community is built on, committed to the journey. So you stay in. So without naming any names, we have people who may come to the sessions sporadically or maybe used to come, and we may speak to them like, oh, why didn't you come? And they'll be like, oh, I kind of just fell off, or like kind of had other things going on, which is fine. Everyone has stuff going on in life, but it's all about a commitment to yourself. It's not to us.
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of like the facilitators of it. We're doing it for your own personal journey. So when it comes to the time when people say new year, new me, we might get a lot more people come in January. That's fine, but let's stick to it. Let's do it together. Let's be committed together. Let's not just say new year, new me and do it for a month, 2 months time. I've had a few DMs from a few people recently when I've messaged them like how they're doing. And then they've told me, oh, kind of fell off my fitness journey. The kind of like coachy, PT, whatever in me is like, why? But then obviously the human in me is like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Dubai is stressful. You may have other shit going on, but why don't we just commit collectively? Why can't we keep each other accountable? Why can't we just commit to something that's kind of minute in the whole grand scheme of things? And let's just do it together.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, but I agree. I feel like if you're going to do it, you would do it anyway. So don't sell yourself the lie of new year, new me.
Love that. Tom?
I agree. It's just lies. Like, I think it's because me personally, I don't do a new year, new me, but I look at it more so as my birthday. Like, what do I do every single birthday? Okay. That's when I reflect, because everybody does it January 1st. Like, oh, I need to do this, need to do that. Whereas I do a more reflection near my birthday, etc. like that. But we get DMs sometimes, oh, we need to lock in, different stuff like that. And then, like Tom saying, just do it. But I'm going to steal something from, I sat down with my coach this morning and he was like, you need to treat the holiday and like New Year like area as in landing a plane and taking off. He said, because a lot of people like, you want to come down slowly a little bit and then have a little bit of downtime, different stuff like that, and then take off slowly and build it back. He said, well, a lot of people just like, they'll be like, I'm going to start running, but set an unrealistic goal on January 1st of doing 10K when you've never done anything.
I did that.
Yeah.
My knee.
Okay. Yeah. Did you do it?
I did it, but then I hurt my knee 2 weeks after. But so don't do that.
You also stuttered then. Did you do it?
I did. It's a story to it, but yeah.
I want to hear about that after.
Okay, go on.
But yeah, so like we're from a community point of view, Tom touched in it, like it's more about committing together and actually like striving to make that better. Like I live by a principle of Kaizen from Japanese.
I love that.
Yeah, which literally translates to good change, which a lot of people have now used it as 1% better every day. And that compounded over a year is so much better. And like 2 years ago, I couldn't run 500 meters just because I was unfit, not just because of any injury or anything. I was just unfit. And in the sense of, if I could run 3K one day, 3.1K the next day, 3.2K, that is still better than the day before.
Absolutely.
And like one of the things that I have to touch on in this conversation is, what really annoys me about January 1st is the pressure that is built upon it.
Thank you.
Because if I want to stay in bed and just have a relaxed day and then kind of build myself up, then that's absolutely fine. But I think social media has a massive impact of, like we seen in Dubai, probably you seen as well, is people doing like a half marathon on New Year's Day. Great. But like, depending on the person you are, now I'm comparing myself to you.
Of course.
And that comparison is a thief of joy. So then on New Year's Day, which you should be fresh year, if you want to go like that, you can now do something different, or you can just continue on the path that you're going. People are then kind of pushed down and it's not the best kind of perception. So yeah, I don't like it personally. Like I reflect, but I then try and continue on the path with some new vision and kind of just go on those actions. But you shouldn't have to change your whole personality or have to change your whole perception or join a gym or try and do some mad challenge. Like, you don't have to do that. Yeah.
There's two sides of it as well. So I agree with what you're saying. So people may feel, because of what they're seeing on people's stories, Instagram, feel like they need to get to that. Or if they've maybe just started out running, they expect to be at a certain level, whereas some people have been running for years. I saw a reel last week, I think it's some guy in the UK basically explaining, a girl in the UK explaining how everyone who's just started running is comparing themselves to these people who were probably cross-country runners in school, doing competitions when they were like 15, 16. And now they're running half marathons at like 3-minute pace or something crazy like that. So the comparison side, I think, can work two ways. So you can be very envious and it can be unrealistic to you. But the way I see it personally, it's quite motivating. So it's quite driven. So for me, when I'm seeing people who are running, like I saw Jake did, and massive High Rocks guy. So he ran a PB half marathon yesterday at 1:08.
Wow.
Which is fucking crazy. Like,
that is mad.
But at the same time, that's so inspiring for someone like myself who enjoys running, because not only does it make me think, oh, like he's so far above, but it makes me think like, I want to get to that. I want to inspire to that. So it's kind of two elements. It's kind of like the intimidating side, but then also the aspirational side as well, which for me personally is the side that I wish to tap into the most. So you can look at it both ways.
I love it. I love everything that you guys have just said, because that's exactly what is in my mind. I actually like that you've specifically mentioned about the fact that everyone's rushing to get things done. They're like, right, it's January 1st. I need to chill.
Yeah.
Like usually I've noticed I am a big culprit of that. I said chill to myself when I started January 1st, because I had this tradition of like wanting to get up at 5, going to the beach, watch the sunrise and welcome the new year. I couldn't wake up that day. And I was like, it's fine. Your girl's going to sleep in, enjoy. And then when I woke up, I was like, now I fancy the beach. And that's exactly what I did. I chilled. And it was such a beautiful day. And it's absolutely fine. Yes, we all have goals that we want to
So
achieve.
here's a question for you. So do you feel guilty when you're in that situation?
Yes. There was a moment, literally, when I opened my eyes and I looked at the time, I was like, oh no. And then obviously...
What time was it?
It was 9.
That's not bad.
But for me, it was late, because I'm used to wake up at like 5. And I was like, oh no, I missed it.
Yeah.
And this is bad. Is this going to lead my year into shite? And I was like, oh, like I started to kind of spiral in my brain. But then I kind of remembered the past habit that I used to have that I want to break. And I was like, hey, calm down. You're not going down that road anymore, girl.
Yeah.
You're going to chill. It's absolutely fine. It's not the end of the world. You just slept and you actually listen to your body, which is something that people don't do. Is they're like, let's go. My knee situation was a similar thing. So I actually had an injury from jiu-jitsu. And I was like, it's fine. I said, we're like hot and cold thing. It'll be fine. And at the same time, I was getting into the running situation. Not because I enjoy running, but because I enjoyed the aftermath. It's like that feeling when you're done, you're like, right, that is amazing. I love that. I want that again. And that was the only reason why I wanted to run. Not because the process was disgusting. I'm just like, oh my God, 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, all right, okay, you got this. But then when you reach the end, you're like, oh my God, tap you. Well done, girl. You did it. So I actually went from a first week of running 5K to a second week going to 10 to a third week going to, I think it was 12 or 15. I don't know. I just felt good that day. And I was like, music was good. The weather was nice. I was in a good mood, had the energy.
What music, Jovan?
A mix of both. I like a little bit of everything. Afrobeats, house, a little like...
Amapiano.
Amapiano. I had a lot of that. And I was like, right, this is it. I'm going to go for it. And I was like, I felt the knee pull by 10K. And I was like, it's okay, it's fine. Just go on, girl. You got this. 12. I'm like, I got this. Easy peasy. Let's keep going. 15, kept going. And then 18, I was like, ow, that hurts. And I stopped. Literally had to stop. And I was limping all the way back from where I was to my car. And I was like, uh-oh, I feel like I did something very silly. Exactly. So again, I think that is a good that reminded me, and I want to really put it out there to anyone. You don't need to achieve like your end goal in a short amount of time. It takes time. It's a build up. It's the same way when people, for example, I've got women coming to me and like, wow, you go to the gym, you lift and all of this. Like how do you wake up in the morning? That has been my lifestyle for years now. I stopped counting it, like maybe 7, 8, 9 years now. That has been my lifestyle because I actually enjoy it. It's not I don't have to go to the gym. I just enjoy that is part of my lifestyle. The same way you would wake up in the morning and brush your teeth, I wake up, brush my teeth, go to the gym, get on with my day.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
I think a good one to touch on that is, have you heard of Tom Trotter?
Rings a bell.
So Tom Trotter is like I would say fitness influencer, kind of like.
Okay.
He does videos, used to do videos with his mom, started in lockdown, I believe. And he was absolutely like shredded, unbelievable runner into his fitness. And he put a video out the other day, like he's had a lot of injuries and different stuff like that. And he's put on some more weight, different stuff like that. I think he looks healthier. But he was talking about like how he was battering his body so much and not listening to it, like you mentioned before, that it was just the wrong thing to do.
Absolutely.
And he was doing it because of the perception and because of social media, because of this. Like sometimes it's okay to have a bit more of a rest. I think me and you both, 2024 especially, no, so 2025 especially for Ton, like, and it was a wake up call for me to listen to your body, like, in the sense of you do need to make sure you're not pushing, you know, some of these fitness influencers, that's all they do. Do you know what I mean? And they do a lot of it and it's very, very good. And that's their main focus. They have a lot of recovery and different stuff like that. But when you're also trying to balance everything else, it sometimes can take over. Like I remember I was getting an average of like 5 hours sleep in 2024 summertime, because I'd go to sleep, get up, go for a run, go back to bed, just rest, and then go and do work. Like it was crazy. So yeah, I think it's just listening to your body as well. Like, and suppose it is what we tell people, like, and it is what we kind of touch on. And that's why the community side is both fitness and we also have the social side, because it is about listening and kind of relaxing and having that time to not push yourself too much to the point you're breaking.
Absolutely.
And I was a prime example for that last year. So I was, both of us, we were egging each other on, but to be better, like training wise, running wise. And we used to do, so we train 5 days in the week, obviously separately because we've got work, etc. Then we do our boot camp session on Saturday. And then Sunday, we obviously have our Tao session. So pretty much 6-7 days a week, we're doing intense workouts. So we're training for a high rocks, which we did as well. So that just added to it. So I think for probably like 3 months, average 3 or 4 months, we were doing this sort of training, like you said, getting 5 hours sleep. And for me personally, I don't know about him, but I would feel like not worthless, but like I'm not living up to my potential if I don't get up at 5:30 in the morning and go straight to the gym. Even if I'd had like 4 or 5 hours sleep. I don't know who told me that or what sort of thing that I seen on Instagram to think that I wasn't living up to my potential if I didn't do that. So I was working myself like to the bone. So I think it was probably like a week after High Rocks, after we did that, I started getting like really bad back pains, like lower back pains. And then for, I think it was over the course of around 3-4 days, it was getting really bad. Like I had 2 of my friends came out from the UK to stay with me and I couldn't even go out with them. So we all went out for dinner, myself, Tom and my 2 mates, and I had to leave the dinner because it was that bad. So literally in the taxi, I've never felt a pain like it. Felt like I was literally being stabbed in the back. And long story short, I had to go to hospital. So the doctors did the test, etc., and they basically said that my creatinine levels, which is a byproduct of your kidneys, are ridiculously high. So I think a lot of it dehydration, overexerting myself. So I had to stay in the hospital for around 2 days. Obviously, Tom came out to see me. And that was the biggest wake-up call. Being in Dubai made me realize that I need to relax. So I remember speaking to the doctor about it, and he's like to me, like, are you training for the Olympics? Like, what are you training for? Like, he took the piss out of me. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. Like, that was the biggest wake-up call that made me realize, like, what am I actually doing? Like you mentioned before about seeing people on Instagram. Obviously, I was seeing that. and conversations I was having with people in the gym, I wasn't realizing like, oh, you guys are having recovery days. I'm not recovering.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't
What?
recovery day. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better than you. I'm trying to train even more. So I didn't realize obviously recovery days were a massive part of it.
Oh, absolutely.
So since then, I've started to listen to my body. Sleep has been a major thing as well.
Absolutely.
But I'm not trying to be a champion. I'm trying to be better, don't get me wrong, but listening to my body has been the main thing.
I agree. Like I had the same lifestyle, I think in 2025, 5 I started with my coach. And I remember when he gave me my program, I looked at him and I was like, 4 days of lifting, that's it?
Yeah.
And then 90, what? That's it? And then he was like, yeah, trust me, it'll do your body good. Because I used to train, so I would do weights in the morning, 6 session, and then I'll do martial arts in the evening, plus 1 day of running. That was my lifestyle.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
My rest and recovery was running.
Yeah.
That was,
I remember my rest was sleep. Like,
It's like, right. And then this last year, when I started with my coach and he was like, it felt unreal. And I was like, I questioned him a lot where I was like, Ross, I cannot improve. I cannot get better. He was like, trust me, sleep and rest will help you a lot.
Yeah.
And the moment I adopted that, a couple of months after, I was like, wow, I can sleep, I have strength, I'm in a good mood. My mood's not affected anymore. I'm not on the verge of killing somebody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's amazing. So yeah, definitely. Now, I want to know, what is your plans for 2026 for Pledge Tao? What's the plan? What can we expect? What's the goal? What is the goal that you've set for 2026?
All right, so I'll touch on clothing if that's all right. All right. So clothing and apparel, we've got a website on the way. It's live for sign up, but we needed to change a few things, different stuff like that. And then the story goes, we have a t-shirt design and a material, unreal material, as in we've sent it to people and we've got great feedback. It's great for the UK. That's what we've noticed probably. Okay. The material is a little bit too heavy for Dubai. Anyway, so I actually met a vendor, a month ago-ish? And then I was just telling Ton, like, just wait until these materials come. They're really, really good. Just wait. They came about 2 weeks ago. They're sick. So
he sent me a voice note. He was like, yo, bro, these are next level. And I remember thinking I was out for food. I was thinking, this guy's exaggerating. What's he exaggerating for, man? Chill out. So I remember getting back and I put it on. And I think I sent him a video. I was just like, yo, this material. Just shouting. But it's
get those materials cooking, get those brands out, push kind of the apparel side as well. Because it's going to just kind of get our brand more out there and different stuff like that. And it's actually a really functional, we've got, there's a t-shirt material, a tank material and shorts material, really, really useful. We have these designs as well. I've just landed. We've got running cap coming out as well, which we've tried, we've tested, and we've got some as well. So they'll be going out. And then just keep running it iterative, like keep it going like that. Because like our colors are black, cream, white on that level. Monochrome, keeping it nice and basic, but at the same time, functional pieces. That's from the apparel side. Let Tom touch on stuff.
Yeah, so obviously apparel, we want to keep building that, but then we like to embed it within the community ourselves. So we're kind of like, or not even kind of, we are the walking models for our apparel. So like we've come here today in our stuff, like we'll come to the sessions wearing our caps, t-shirts, and people are like, where can I get that? So we're doing our own marketing from that side. But in terms of the actual community itself, we're going international. So
love that.
We're not
I did see.
So we're not just doing Dubai. We're going to do a couple more cities. We've not one of them's confirmed, but another one we're kind of looking at in Europe, which is exciting because Pledge Tao as a term, we want it to be international. We don't want it to just be Pledge Tao Dubai or Pledge Tao UK. Like we're going to have a few international cities. So build that as much as we can and start to take over a few European cities and maybe even take it home to China.
I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exciting and it's rewarding when you go out. I remember me and Tom went to Afro Loud and we were wearing our Tao t-shirts and there was a group of Chinese girls behind us and they were recognizing, they were like, Tao, Tao, Tao. And we were just like telling them, yeah, this is our brand, and they were really excited by it. So things like that are a reflection of what we're doing and where we're looking to push it. So obviously build a community internationally, but then agree on more events. So we're not just fitness, we're lifestyle as well. So there'll be a little boat party. So watch out.
Yeah.
Any of you guys who like
When
to
it warms
party.
up.
Yeah.
Okay.
There'll be a boat party. You can come through.
Save the date soon.
Save the date very soon. And a few more sporting events. But then we want to make sure it's a bit more inclusive, because we've had a few comments from people who look at our Instagram and think, well, it's kind of intimidating because everyone's tops off, abs out in a lot of cases. And they think, oh, I don't want to come there and be at the start, or me with my little bit of flab. But we want it to still be inclusive. Like, we've obviously worked hard to look how we do, but then also we want you to work hard with us as well. So just kind of get that message out more and push it out internationally.
I love that. I'm excited for you guys.
Excited.
I'm just like, yay, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Just one thing I need to touch. The little bit of fluff is worth it. When I went through my bulk season, I was calling myself a ball of fluff, but it's worth it.
It's just
Fluff
been
is
Christmas. I ate about 5,000 calories.
It's fine.
The body is not body.
Fluff is fluff is okay.
It's fine. Fluff is fine. We'll work into it, and it's absolutely fine. But guys, I am so happy for you guys. I'm excited. I'm glad that you made it here.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best for this 2026. If you want to come back on the podcast,
Of course.
do so. Before we end, is there anything that you guys want to add on? Because I have a little surprise for both of you that I need time for. But is there any last thing that you want to add that I may have forgotten?
Just come down every Sunday. You know where we are.
Yeah.
Pledge Tao, commitment to yourself. If you want to meet some new people, you're new to Dubai, we're friendly. You've seen that today. Come see us, drop us a message and get involved.
They don't bite, guys.
No.
There you go.
I promise.
We're actually very nice.
Yeah.
Right. So last year, I had a bit of a tradition, which was what if and rapid fire question. This year, I wanted to change it. I wanted to do would you rather,
Okay.
and then have also the rapid fire is a must. We have to go through it. So, you guys ready? You can reply together or individually, whatever resonate both.
Is this the rapid fire one?
No, we're doing would you rather first.
Would you
Okay.
rather? Cool.
Let's go would you rather.
Okay. Ooh, I love my questions sometimes. I just get caught by it myself. I'm just like, right. Would you rather build something slowly that outlives you, or build something fast that depends entirely on you?
I mean, I got my answer straight away.
Slowly and outlive.
Slowly and outlive.
Slowly and outlive.
Okay, yeah. So I agree,
Okay.
but I'm going to be controversial.
Okay,
Because you
please.
give me a A or B.
Yeah.
I want to do it in both ways.
Okay.
Fully dependent, but then the actual legacy outlives me, if that makes sense.
Okay, I take that.
Yeah.
Fair. Would you rather be respected but misunderstood, or be liked and not taken seriously?
Respect the misunderstood.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you rather hold people accountable even if it costs you numbers, or keep everyone comfortable and dilute the message?
A.
Accountability.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you know what?
Hey, I'm not reciting the whole thing.
I forgot what you said at the end.
That one.
Oh, okay. Would you rather lead from the front and feel lonely at times, or blend in and never carry the weight of leadership?
Lead up front.
Yeah,
Always. Have to.
Would you rather break your body chasing performance, or slow down and protect your longevity?
A. Break my body.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, do you know what?
We're only young once.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather train someone physically for 12 weeks, or change their mindset for life?
Mindset for life, always.
Yeah, change the mindset.
Always.
Okay. Let me see if I have one cheeky one more. Would you rather...
Evil laugh.
Oh, okay. I like that one. Would you rather 5-kilometer run at 5 a.m. or leg day at 9 p.m.?
5
5K
kilometer
at 5
run.
a.m.
Okay.
Do you know what? I say that and I don't like running, but I hate leg day.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My calves are too big. I struggle to find jeans.
Okay.
9 p.m. leg day is late.
9 p.m.
I mean, I
she's
hear-
talking
Ooh,
about
9 p.m.
9
leg day as well is
I'm
like
trying to wind down. I'm trying to eat then.
that's prime time.
That's my almost bedtime.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
it?
You
Yeah.
training for
I sleep very early. All right. Would you rather no music forever or no caffeine forever?
no caffeine forever.
Yeah, I couldn't live without
way.
music.
Would you rather build the biggest community or the tightest one? Ooh.
Biggest community. Want to take over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Worldwide.
Heard it first.
Okay. Last one, and I promise I'll move to the rapid fire. I just like my questions. I'm very into them right now.
Yeah.
Would you rather miss a workout or break a promise you made to yourself?
It's kind of the same thing.
No?
Yeah. Has to be A or B.
Yeah.
So miss a workout or break a promise.
I'd
You
rather
made
miss.
yours-
I'd rather miss a workout.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You have to
It could be
deepen-
deeper. It could be deeper than
Exactly.
The workout.
'Cause
That,
you
yeah,
could-
break
okay,
a
yeah,
promise.
that's yeah.
Do
I
you know
thought
what
you
I
wanted to do the workout.
No.
No, you
miss
want-
it.
you wanna
I
keep the
keep the
promise.
promise.
Okay,
Right. Okay. So let's move to the rapid fire questions.
They kind of felt rapid fire.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
did actually.
I mean, they are, but
How
like,
So
rapid
these are gonna
fire?
be
Is it like
quicker, yeah.
trivia?
it's like on the spot, no thinking.
Okay. Is
Like-
it gonna go A B?
It's like you choose one of them.
Open question.
Yeah.
Open answer even.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Just prepared for it.
Discipline or freedom?
freedom.
See? I love
Yeah.
that. Comfort or growth?
Growth.
What's comfort? Oh, comfort.
Comfort, yeah.
Sorry.
Comfort.
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 Growth. Growth.
Growth, yeah.
Truth or peace?
Peace.
Oh, okay. Consistency or intensity?
Consistency.
Consistency, yeah.
Leading yourself or leading others?
Leading others.
Leading others, yeah.
Building muscle, building character.
Building
Character.
Ego.
muscle. Character in the gym. Or
In general.
yeah.
oh, okay.
Ego or humility?
Humility.
Silence or confrontation?
Confrontation.
Short-term pleasure or long-term purpose?
Long-term
Long-term
purpose.
purpose.
Reaction or response?
Response.
Same thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Reaction and response.
No, it's like, okay, where I was trying to get with that is...
You mean proactive or response?
Yeah.
Or proactive or reactive.
Yeah,
Proactive.
exactly.
Proactive,
Excuse
yeah.
my French translation. Exactly. You got the point.
Yeah.
Okay. Structure or flow?
Structure.
Flow.
Pain that builds you or comfort that keeps you stuck?
Pain.
Pain.
Morning workout or evening workout?
Morning.
Discipline or motivation?
Discipline.
Strength or endurance?
Endurance.
Silence or music while training?
Music.
Music while training.
It depends if it's a run. A long run. No
You're
music.
like a raw dog, you know?
Yeah. I did
can't do
15k rock dog last year. I don't know how I did that. Started singing to myself. I lost my mind.
I lost it. Sound like the joke it was cutting about.
One word that define Pledge Tao.
Committed.
One non-negotiable value.
Commitment.
Discipline.
What does commitment mean to you in one sentence?
Keeping promises to myself.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll go with that one. Yeah.
All right. That is an individual one, but I usually ask this to my first-time guests. If you could give one advice to your younger self.
It'll all work out.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, we connect.
Yeah. Got it right there.
Right, guys, this is the end. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
It was such a pleasure having you here, kicking off 2026 strong with you both. As I said, I wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you very much.
As well. Thank you.
2026 is going to be a great year.
It is indeed.
The biggest year yet.
Yeah, biggest year yet.
Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.